Hello, sports card world. ZiggyNo back with another talking sports card. Today is June 17th, Friday. You guys ready for the weekend? We're going to look back at the last 24 to 36 hours of YouTube and sports content and give you some my feedback, comments, and thoughts. Hope you guys enjoy the show. As Jimmy V, the basketball coach, said, if you can think, laugh, and cry in one day, that's a really good day. In this video, I hope to make you think and maybe make you laugh. The crying you have to do on your own. Or maybe you do later on tonight when you see, somebody else on the channel. Okay, first, let's go ahead and kick it off with, because I'm Carlos, did a quick video on the Mike Mahan CEO announcement of Fanatics. Really good insight. Carlos made a comment before, that we've all been thinking of Luber as the leader of Fanatics. He really wasn't. He's a visionary officer. He's basically, I guess, was the marketing eye of that. I've given a lot of criticism. I thought his white paper was terrible. My only thoughts on this, I agree with what Carlos says here. This Mike guy, he's a businessman. Here's a secret, collectors. More investors are coming. And what I mean by that is they're not looking at this as a collectible hobby that they're here to protect and take care of. They're here to pilfer, rape, and get as much money as they can out of this market. Good luck, Mike. Sure you guys know what you're doing. Okay, next video. I guess that's why I'm bullish on Fanatics, right? Next video we'll talk about here is a quick little update from ERB. I talked about ERB Sports yesterday. He gave me a nice little shout out. The reason I'm talking about him today is he did a little update on kind of what's going around the sports card world, which I really encourage you to check out. But he also talked about how he listened to Dustin over at Sports Card Dad, and it encouraged him. And he talks about his own personal challenges where he is a competitive eater and how he's going to take what he's learning in sports cards over to competitive eating. So I thought that was pretty cool. We're checking out. So give ERB another sub if you haven't already. Get some weekly updates there from him. And again, if you have a channel doing similar stuff, let me know. Another great update here. This is from Neo, Northeast Cards, using market movers and basically going over the silver prism and base prisms. Look, I'm not going to spend too much time on this. What I love about this is it's a great use of the tool. I don't know if you can do this with other data tools. We probably can, but he quickly is able to show you what has been selling in the market and how many of those have been silver prisms versus base prisms, right? So you might see a silver prism like, oh man, Trevor Lawrence is going over $500, but only 12 people have made that transaction. So it doesn't mean if you pull a Trevor Lawrence, you're guaranteed $500. It means somebody else did, and you might only get 4, you might get 8, who knows? But it's really good insight, just kind of see what's going on in the prism transactions. I love that in market movers because it's just pure eBay data. You can also do this, by the way, by going to eBay or Terapeak or other tools that just pull eBay data. It's when you work with a data tool that doesn't pull only eBay data and has a person subjectively deciding what they want to put in that you might want to worry about the data tool. Just worried. Okay, next one up. Really good video here from Sunday League Investors. Why I pulled this up. I'm a soccer fan. I've loved his channel. I've watched them grow as a channel. And in this video, they talk about they hosted their very first sports card show, which I thought was really cool. Now, I'm not going to sit here and debate sports card shows. I said about a year and a half ago that 2021 would be the year of sports card shows. 2022, it's continued on. There's another video I saw from Neo, I think this morning, where he says thinks sports card shows will die. I don't think they will. I actually think that they'll go on longer than other things because I think it's the best marketplace for people to exchange, buy, sell, and trade. I think the other selling platforms will actually be hurt more than local stores, but that's just, my wild guess in the future. Okay, another quick video here. I bring this up. I'm a fan of FD Roland. He has a lot of great interviews. He has Mamba breaks on there. And I'll put it this way. When I'm listening to them, I like what they're talking about. They're very positive. They're feel-good content. My only thought is I think they're still a little delusional. What's the future play and, what's the future of the hobby? And they talk about from a very naive perspective on how they think the future of the hobby is. I don't think it's as dark and gloomy as sports card radio, but it's definitely not as rainbows and unicorns as I think some of the content creators think. But that's, again, my perspective. My purpose for sharing this video is I hope you will check out FD, listen to Mamba Breaks, and get your perspective on what you think. And again, they do give some pretty good insights from their where they are in the business. I think both of them started recent sports card businesses in the last, few years. So that's pretty interesting to learn and hear from. Next video is from Dustin, personal finance dad, who's now sports card dad. Let me just fast forward this. I don't want to leave with it. Your eyes are always closed when I pause. There we go. Good video. He starts off the video by saying he's not going to accept sponsorships from companies he doesn't use or trust. I like that. Because I just simply say this. If you're sponsoring PwC, you don't care about the hobby because PwC doesn't care about the hobby. I mean, again, if you are involved with PwCC, how can you say you care about the hobby? It'd be like working for a child molestation company if you like children, okay? We don't have proof that they did it, but there's, there's enough suspect, right? And no one wants to work with a, you know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ, you disgust me. Anyway, back to better content. I'm gonna get some comments on that one. Okay. Hobby happenings, one of my favorite hobby breakdowns. This is from Go GTS Live last night. Nothing really groundbreaking. They talk about the CEO at Beckett, CEO over at Fanatics. So you have two new CEOs this week. This asset page, apparently Collectible is now pulling in from Gem Mint all the pop report information. That seems great, but I don't know why the people aren't doing it. Like, I wouldn't use Collectible just for that. One thing that caught my attention here was, where is this one? No, I had it keyed up here earlier for you guys. John Cena is producing a sports card show in conjunction with the guys from Pawn Stars. Now, my first thought is John Cena. I know you're not paying attention, you don't watch me, but you should check out Chasing Cardboard. What those guys over there have created is a perfect show to be, picked up by a network. And Chasing Cardboard, guys, if you guys are following this, you should check this out. There's an email address where you can reach out to Cena. Where is the email address? I don't know where it is. I'll find it. Oh, there it is. Here it is. There it is. Cena Sports Collectors at itv.com. Love to see them pick up Chasing Sports Cards. I have no interest, no dog in the fight, just fan. Okay. I'm a passionate person. I'm gonna tell you my opinion. I'm gonna share it with you. This is one of my maybe this is what got me started. I'm a fan of sports card therapists. I used to be friends of Chris House of Jordan until I found out the true human being that he is and is not. Right. I'm not going to go on a rant here on this, but I did leave a comment that this is my least favorite guest. Cheers. They responded back. Rob responded back, which I responded back. And I'm simply going to say this. This is what I'm going to say. This is what bothers me, and this goes for both Chris and it goes for PWC. If you're going to sit next to these guys and you're going to have them on your show, how do you not, even privately, if not publicly, ask them this question? So anytime you're with Josh or Chris, I want you to simply ask them, how did you guys run a pay for picks newsletter during 2019, 2020, 2021, selling picks, selling how to collect classes while you were running Card Ladder and attacking Jeff Wilson for doing the same thing? How did you do that? Like, how did you get up in the middle of the night and smile at yourself? I mean, how hypocritical is that? Again, let me just stress this. How to Collect Cards was run by Josh and Chris. They were selling picks. They were selling picks, guys, not just information. They're selling, hey, buy this card, it'll go up this much. And then they're using Card Ladder with laddering scores to move those players to support their picks. You see what I'm saying? They were busted in June of 2020 with TJ Warren. These are shady characters. Just ask them these questions. That's all I'm asking you. Call them out. If they can give you a good answer on why they did it, fine. I say the same thing when I get over here. This is the auction, and I can't stand PWCC. They're not good for the hobby. You got here Jesse Craig right here. Somebody asked Jesse Craig about Heroes of Sports. Every time you see him, ask him about Heroes of Sports. Jesse, what was your involvement with Heroes of Sports? How do you feel about them selling a product that was never completed? How do you feel about them scamming all the people you scammed with Heroes of Sports? What do you have to say about that? Did you learn anything? Did you make reparations? Did you do time? I mean, give me an answer. How do you sit there, Adam and Jeremy, next to somebody and not ask me? Again, I'm going to use this analogy because it's the only one that might hit home. If he was accused of molesting kids, would you let him watch your children? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see what I'm saying? Okay, now, real quickly, the reason I have this up, I wanted to hear about how wonderfully these auctions went. This one specifically, the exquisite 2004 Michael Jordan sold for $90,000. That makes me giggle because yesterday, Slab Stocks, who I've not really paid attention to recently, was hyping up the PWCC card, telling everybody, hey, this card's for sale. It's a great story. He starts as a 30 for 30 clip. It's absolute crap. And I simply asked him, why are you promoting PWCC? In my opinion, it reflects poorly on you and promotes a company that is bad for the hobby, a company that's led by people that have scammed collectors. Jesse Craig and the Heroes of Sports. PWC is a company that's been kicked off of eBay for shill bidding. You support shill bidding? I hope you are getting a big commission check. Discuss it. You want to make it a better hobby? Stand for it? Do something. Find something to stand for other than money. And look, no response from this. I'm not going to expect one. But please, they're not listening to me. I'm asking you people, everybody else who's friends with the Slab Stocks and the PWCCs, just simply ask them, how do you justify working with a company like PWCC that has executives that have scammed individuals and a company that's been claimed shill bidding? If you can find a good answer, please share it with me. I would love to change my opinion. I'm open to that. I'm not an idiot, okay? But it disgusts me that these people, and again, you're getting paid. Everybody who's sponsored by PWCC, Cage and Andrew, you're getting paid off of a company that is hurting the hobby. Hope you feel good, you hobby heroes. Sorry, guys. Sorry to rant on that one. Okay, let me try to make you laugh. Watch this video from Jay over at Mojo Sports Cards, and I really was expecting more. And it's not a bad video, okay? Because he has this video. I quit my job to become a sports card dealer. He never, ever addresses this. He never talks about quitting his job. He gives you a tour of his dad's donut shop in Sacramento. Bill's Donuts, Bob's Donuts, Bob's, I don't know. You'll figure it out. My first thought is, why would you share that information? You're kind of, I have a feeling that's not, I don't know. I thought it was interesting you shared this, but the whole video is about him at the donut shop. Here's my favorite part, and I do hope this will make you giggle.
Really awesome to say. It's a lot different from a card show because we have set prices there, so people will pay what we have on the prices, but at card shows it doesn't happen. But seriously,
just real quickly, what do you say? Talk about this, the donut shop, and why donut shops are different sports cards shows, because they pay the price that you put on the donut. I don't know, maybe that wasn't as funny. It made me giggle. And if you watch this video, you giggle more. I'm just thinking to myself, what was the purpose of this video? Like, are you going to another Pokemon shop? I don't know. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It made me laugh. It also, again, I think it shows the desperation for good sports card content nowadays. Let me see. I think I got one more video I want to talk about. Maybe it's make a giggle. This is from Breakout Extreme Card Breaks, and he does a quick video just kind of simply saying, predicting the future videos from the National this year. Will they be hype videos or will they be blame game videos? So let me just simply say this. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be no secret, but you can record this and keep this here. You can throw it in my face when I'm wrong. But last year's National was the biggest National that you or I will ever see in our lifetime. It will never, ever be that big again. It wasn't the biggest, by the way. It was the second biggest last year. And even with all the hype and all the attempts to make it the biggest National ever, it wasn't. This National will be small in size. It will get a lot of new people because the location will pull the northeast corridor. I mean, I'm going to probably go, but it'll be smaller. And next year they'll go back to Chicago and they'll tell you, oh, it's be back because last year was an AC, and they'll go back, and it's going to be smaller next year too. And they'll continue to be smaller and smaller. You know why? Lots of reasons. Biggest reason, these aren't investments. These are collectibles. People enjoy collecting them. People always will enjoy collecting them. That's not going to change. But we don't have as many people collecting them. We won't, because this is also a horrible place where unethical individuals go amongst their business, making millions of dollars, stealing, robbing, with no punishment. And we, the people who collect and love and tell everybody how much the hobby is and how great it is, we continue to do nothing to make it a better place. And that's probably what bothers me the most. It's not just the complaining. It's not the fact that we know the problems are here. It's the fact that we don't do anything to make it better. No company steps up to make, to help prevent counterfeiting. Like Panini Upper Deck tops, you don't disclose what the patches look like and the products you create in a catalog so we can prevent them from being altered in the future. That would be a simple, easy step that you could make. Just sharing with us that information. Sharing with us print runs would also help us, not on all products. And you don't have to do it right away, but at some point sharing that would again help the hobby. More importantly, in the grading world, every grading company should share the grading notes. Not that we care how you're grading, but we care what happens to the card after you grade it. If it gets cracked, altered, trimmed, all this could be prevented. All that could be stopped. But nobody really cares. And I'm sorry to end on that note. I hope, and I will say this, I hope that people are listening. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that positive changes are coming. 2 years ago, I didn't think anybody was listening to me. And now, today, more and more channels actually listen to what I say. They might not listen to my channel, but they've listened to what I said the last few years. So guys, I love sports cards. As a friend of mine said, I'm short-term bear, long-term bull. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'd love your feedback, comments. I get a little emotional. That's who I am. Have a great day. Have a great weekend. I have a video coming out later on, probably today or tomorrow, and more so this weekend. Peace out. Thank you again.